In this video, I'm going to show you the best optimization settings for gaming on Windows 11 so you can reduce lag and increase the performance and FPS of your games. For the best results, I'd recommend following all of these steps, and let's jump straight into it by heading to the Start menu and searching for Settings. Come over to the Settings tab, select Game Mode, and you want to make sure Game Mode is enabled. Then underneath Related Settings, click on the Graphics tab and come into Change Default Graphics Settings. Inside of here, you need to make sure Hardware Accelerated GPU is enabled, and lastly, we can come down to the Windows Update button on the left here and click the Check for Updates button, and you want to make sure that you're running the latest version of Windows. Now, another thing that often slows down your computer is outdated graphic drivers. Luckily, there's a free tool that we can use that makes checking for outdated drivers super easy. Just head over to an internet browser and you need to come to the website called drivereasy.com, then scroll all the way down the page until you come to the download section and then hit this download button here. Once you've downloaded and installed Driver Easy, simply launch up the application on your computer and then go ahead and press this Scan Now button. This is going to scan your computer for any outdated drivers, and it's going to make updating them super simple. Once the scan's complete, you'll see all your outdated drivers here, and you want to go ahead and update these one by one by clicking on the Update button and then following the steps on screen to update the driver. You could also press this Update All button at the bottom here, but this is part of the paid plan, so I'd recommend just sticking to the free version and coming into each of these one by one. Next thing we can do is come back to our Start menu by pressing the Windows key on our keyboard and searching for Memory Integrity. Then select Core Isolation. Now, Memory Integrity is a built-in security feature that prevents things like malware, but it does take up a lot of resources, so I would recommend switching this off for when gaming. This does require you to restart your computer before the changes take place, but for now, let's just carry on with the steps, and we're going to head over to our Start menu and search for Settings. Come over to the Settings tab, then come inside of Display and scroll down to where it says Display Resolution and make sure you've got the correct resolution set. It would be whatever's recommended. You also need to make sure HDR is enabled if you have it on your computer. As you can see, mine's toggled on, and then we can come back one and scroll all the way down into Advanced Display. Come down to the bottom where it says choose a refresh rate, and you want to set this to the highest hertz available for the best performance. So I'm going to change mine from 60 hertz to 120 hertz. Then we can come back to the System tab, and you want to scroll down to Notifications, and you want to make sure notifications are disabled, as we don't want Windows listening for notifications, as this can also slow down our computer. Head back over to the System tab, and this time we want to scroll down and come into Storage, then scroll down till you find something called Storage Sense, and you want to turn this off again for the best performance settings. We can then come back into System once more, come into the Sound tab, then scroll down till you see more sound settings and click that. Inside of the Playback tab, you want to select the speakers that you're currently using. For me, it's this one here with the green tick. Then we need to right click on that and come into Properties. Underneath Advanced, you want to make sure Enable Audio Enhancements is unchecked, as this can also affect the performance of your computer. Then we can press Apply and OK to save the changes and select OK. Next thing you want to do is come into the apps on the left here, scroll down to where it says Startup, and you need to disable any applications that you don't need starting up when you first turn on your computer, as these will be running in the background and can also cause performance issues. As you can see here, most of mine are switched off. Then head over to the Accessibility tab in the left, scroll down and come to the Speech tab, and you want to make sure voice access is turned off, and also Windows Speech Recognition you can switch off unless you're using it. Next, we can come into Bluetooth and Devices on the left here, then scroll down to find your mouse. Come down into Additional Mouse Settings, come inside of the Pointer Options tab, and you want to disable Enhance Pointer Precision. This is enabled by default, but it's better to disable this to improve mouse accuracy while you're playing your games. Then we can just press Apply and OK, and then we can close out of the control panel. Next thing you want to do is come back to your Start menu and search for Turn Windows Features, then select Turn Windows Features on or off, and inside of here you need to locate Virtual Machine Platform and make sure this is unchecked as we don't need it, and then we can press OK. Another thing we want to do is disable our game bar by heading into the Start menu and searching for Terminal, right clicking on Terminal and then selecting Run as Administrator, and inside of here you want to type in the following text that I'm about to copy in, and I'm just going to put this in the description of the video so you can copy and paste it in as well, and this is just going to remove the game bar from your computer, and then we can hit Enter. For most of you, this feature is entirely unnecessary and just takes up resources that aren't needed. If you did want to reinstall this app, then you can just do so through the Windows Store. We can then head out of the terminal, and you want to come to your Start menu and search for Run. Tap on the Run icon, and inside of here you're just going to type in the word Temp and hit Enter. These are temporary storage files and take up unnecessary space on your computer, so just press Ctrl A on your keyboard to select it all, and then we want to right click and select the trash icon to delete them. It's not going to be able to delete all of them as some of them can't be deleted, but just press continue to this warning message and delete as many as you can. Then we can come out of this window and back to the start menu, and we're going to search for run again, tap on the run icon, and this time we're going to type in %temp %, and hit enter. And we're going to do the same thing again by pressing Ctrl A on the keyboard, right clicking and selecting the trash icon, and then you can just press continue to this security message, and that's going to go ahead and clear up a bunch of space on your computer. Then close off of this folder and come back to the start menu, and you're going to search for CMD, and you want to right click on the command prompt and make sure to run it as administrator. Inside of here we're going to type in dism /online// cleanup-image /check health. Then we can press enter, and that's going to check our computer for any corrupt files and repair anything that it detects. Another useful command to enter here is sfc /scan now, and that's going to scan all of our important system files, and again, if it detects any problems, it's going to repair that. We can then close off the command prompt window, and you want to come to your start menu and search for services, tap on the services icon, and these are all of the applications that are currently running on your computer, and we're just going to disable anything that we don't need. For example, if we scroll down, you should see something called fax. Now, unless you're using fax on your computer, we can right click and come into properties and then change the startup type to disabled, and we can press apply and OK. And we're going to scroll down and we're going to do the same for something called wallet, because unless you use Microsoft Wallet, we don't need this service. So right click on wallet service and come into properties and change the startup type from manual to disabled and press apply and OK. And lastly, we're going to turn off Windows Insider service by right clicking and coming into properties and changing the startup type to disabled and pressing apply and OK. We can then head out of this window and come back to the start menu and search for adjust the appearance and select adjust the appearance of performance of Windows, and you want to choose adjust for best performance. As you can see, it's now deselected all of these, but you need to re-enable animations in the taskbar, show thumbnails instead of icons, save taskbar thumbnail previews, show window contents while dragging, and smooth edges of screen fonts, and then we can press apply and OK for the best settings. Now, by following all of these steps, that's given you the best performance settings for your Windows 11 computer. If this video did help you, please drop a like and subscribe. Until next time.